Hey there, everybody. How's it going? Uh, long day today, but good to see you. I don't do a lot of live streams, obviously, but this was a pretty big story. There's no timer. I don't even know how well the stream's running. So for the intro here, I'm actually just going to bring it up on my phone and see how it's looking and making sure that it's not like super laggy or doing anything crazy. It looks pretty smooth on my phone. Is it going pretty good? Um, Smooth enough. Let's go with smooth enough. And it looks like my mic is on. So what I'm going to do today is there's a 37-page document where Microsoft has actually replied directly to the FTC. I'm only streaming to YouTube, and I hope this goes well, and maybe I'll do it more starting next year. So let's get right into it. This isn't going to be pre-recorded. This is more of me working through the story and what I choose to present. What started happening was I was reading this letter, and the intro was so good. I'm like, I'm just going to live stream it. I didn't even get past the first page. And I was like, I'll just live stream it and see how it goes. So here we go. This is the actual filing filed today by Microsoft, and it's their reply to the FTC and what they had to say about it. And basically, it starts out, hereby files the following answer, Microsoft, to the Commission's administrative complaint, the complaint against Microsoft. Now, you can see I didn't highlight the first section, but just to keep with tradition, if you like my content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when the content goes live. This document's really spicy. So yeah, here we go. This case involves a transaction between the third-place manufacturer of gaming consoles and one of the many publishers of popular video games. Microsoft competes in gaming through its Xbox division, Xbox. Xbox started behind Nintendo and Sony when it began making consoles 20 years ago, and it remains in third place today. And as you can see, I just started highlighting everything, and I just kept going for this whole intro statement. It's very strong. Xbox also has next to no presence in mobile gaming, the fastest growing segment of gaming and the place where 94% of gamers spend their time today. And Xbox and respondent Activision Blizzard King are just two of hundreds of game publishers who compete by providing different types of games on different platforms at different prices, ranging all the way down to $0. Don't forget to plug your super chat. Well, I have super chats. I don't know what you're supposed to plug on live streams. I thought I would just read the news, but Dallas Rabat said I should plug the super chat. Sure. If you super chat, I'll read your super chat. I don't have anything set up. These are built as a minimalist streams, but so far that's just the intro. Let's keep going back to it. Microsoft is buying Activision to try and become more competitive in this expanding global industry. Gaming is expanding quite quickly. Its vision for the transaction is simple. Xbox wants to grow its presence in mobile gaming, and 3/4 of Activision gamers and more than a third of its revenues come from mobile offerings. I mean, sure, but you also want all those juicy IPs that Activision has going for it, right? Xbox also believes it is good business to make Activision's limited portfolio of popular games more accessible to consumers by putting them on more platforms and making them more affordable. And if you think about that, thank you, Life's Too Short. If you think about that, by bringing it to other platforms, that's actually a lot of good things. Sorry, I lost track because of chat there for a second. But basically, I think it is a good thing. Like if more people are able to play Activision's Call of Duty, allowing it to be more accessible to consumers by bringing it to Steam, by making sure that it's available on Nintendo platforms, by making sure it stays on PlayStation, they seem to have no indication that they're going to restrict access to it. So let's keep going. That includes making Call of Duty one of Activision's most popular games more broadly available. And going back to this statement for a second, actually, their limited portfolio, they're sort of downplaying the portfolio. They have like 40 IPs or something like that, I believe, that they have access to. This indicates to me that Activision games, other Activision games, will not be going exclusive in the near future. So they focus a lot on Call of Duty in this opening statement, but that's interesting. This includes making Call of Duty one of Activision's most popular games more broadly available, as we covered off on already. Microsoft made this public pledge on the day the deal was announced. Since then, Xbox has agreed to provide the game to Nintendo, which does not currently have it, and has offered blank to Sony. Now, here's what now it's blacked out, but rumor has it they offered Sony the ability to post day and date on PlayStation Plus, a 10-year deal, just like they offered Nintendo. That's what they've said publicly. I'm not sure why that is redacted. They've offered something to Sony that they want redacted. So not quite sure what that is all about. The acquisition of a single game by a third-place console manufacturer cannot upend a highly competitive industry. Okay, yes, that's true. But the problem with that argument is I don't think the FTC is focusing just on Call of Duty. Some of the things FTC outlines, poorly, granted, aren't about Call of Duty. It's more about like Game Pass, and it's more about cloud computing and PC operating systems. Like it's some weird stuff. But anyway, that is particularly so when the manufacturer has made clear it will not withhold the game. That's true. Like that's very true. The fact that Xbox's dominant competitor has thus far refused to accept Xbox's proposal does not justify blocking a transaction that will benefit consumers. Also true. Giving consumers high quality content in more ways and at lower prices is what antitrust laws are supposed to promote, not prevent. Wow. that last statement, hey, you're supposed to do this, but you're preventing us from doing it, is quite the statement. That's a big opener for them. What source am I reading from? The legal documents. I'm reading directly from the legal documents. I'm not reading from anything else. So yeah, we're reading live documents. Just want to check the stream here really quick. Make sure everything's going good. We have 364 people watching. Thanks for watching, everybody. I guess I should remember to plug those super chats, huh? So now we're at the point. I stopped there and I'm like, well, let's do a live stream and see how it goes. So that last statement, yeah, wow. Lies. Bethesda, all exclusive right now, Nivik said. That's a point that I hear a lot, right? A lot of people point out how Bethesda games are going to be exclusive going forward. We know Starfield is going to be exclusive. We know Redfall is, and they've said Fallout and Elder Scrolls will be exclusive. I don't particularly care that they're exclusive. Like I own both platforms, but the games that had crossplay aspects, right? Games like Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76, granted not the most popular games when you talk to gamers, unless they happen to play those titles, those remain cross-platform. Ghostwire Tokyo still came out on PlayStation first, and whatever that other game was, Deathloop, the one that won Game of the Year, that one also came out on PlayStation first. Now, Microsoft purchased Bethesda, so it makes sense to me that those games are exclusive. They didn't have communities that interacted with each other cross-platform. Call of Duty does. And I think that's one big difference between those types of IPs. Elder Scrolls is a single player experience. So is Fallout. So that's sort of my take on it. But that is the one point that the FTC is trying to get them on, right? Anyway, let's continue through the document because we're on page 2 of 37. Gaming is the biggest and fastest growing entertainment industry in the world. Not too long ago, people primarily played video games in arcades or purchased cartridges or discs to play on game consoles in their homes. Remember back in the day when you would purchase a cartridge or disc? The industry looks very different today. Gaming is now more popular than television, books, music, or movies. The industry generates hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue a year, and it's projected to grow substantially in the future. The choices available to gamers today are growing. Gamers play not just on consoles, but also on PCs, mobile devices, and even directly on some televisions. Game developers are churning out an ever-increasing variety of games ranging from role-play and complex fantasy worlds to sports simulations to simple puzzles. Hits come out of nowhere, providing consumers with choices beyond the iconic and treasured games. That's a really good point. Treasured games they grew up playing. I think Fortnite is a great example of that. I think you probably all thought that was coming. Apex Legends. I don't think anybody thought, if you told me that you're like, I knew Apex Legends would be huge. No, you didn't. You did not, you liar. And I don't think anybody knew Fortnite was going to be huge either. Pre-release, it was being released around the time this game, I believe it was Battleborn, was also being created, and they seemed very samey at the time. Battleborn died. Fortnite exploded, obviously, and became one of the most popular games of all time. So it's a very true statement. Hits do come out of nowhere. Indeed, while franchises like Activision's Call of Duty and Electronic Arts' FIFA have been popular for a long time, so too are games like Minecraft, Splitgate, PlayerUnknown. Oh, CalFix, 100 currency. I don't know what that is, but thank you, CalFixy. I really, really appreciate it. Usually a message comes with the super chat, so I don't know if you had a message, but thank you for the super chat. Indeed, while franchise, that's going to take a little bit for me to get, just so I haven't streamed in so long. I'm not used to doing this live. So when super chats and stuff come up, I'm just going to say thank you and do my best to read your comments. And yeah, CalFixie did say Sony may finally get competitive, win for gamers. Absolutely. I think Sony has been very competitive in terms of releasing great exclusives. My argument has always been that I think Sony needs to work on their services because they got the exclusive thing down. Work on your services, make things better, and good things will come. Well, thank you, CalFixie. Indeed, while franchises like Activision's Call of Duty and Electronic Arts' FIFA have been popular for a long time, so are games. Sorry, I got to check on my son. This is why I don't live stream, because I'm terrified of waking my son up, who's been sleeping through the night lately. If he's up right now, I'm going to stop the stream. Nope, he's out like a light. So, Cernaya, thank you so much for the 10 euros. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the super chats, everybody. Okay. So we read that Clash Clans and Among Us, which burst onto the scene and achieved great success despite being developed by smaller studios. That's very true. And I guess they didn't mention Genshin Impact because they turned it down and probably don't want to talk about it. Gamers also pay for games in different ways. This is very true. How many people in chat have Game Pass or PlayStation Plus, right? Would be really curious to see if you have it. Just say, yes, I have it, or no, I don't have it. So like if you put yes, that means you have Game Pass or PlayStation Plus. I would imagine most of you do, right? And a lot of people pay for things in different ways. They can buy individual games today, primarily by downloading them rather than purchasing cartridges or discs. Yep. That's another one. How many people went all digital? I went all digital many years ago, and I never looked back. Yeah, both. Yes, both. Yes. Like lots of people are into these services, right? And it doesn't matter which one you have. The point they're making is people play different. Everybody has it. Wow. I didn't see a single no. I didn't see anybody say no. That's nuts. Wow. But anyway, continuing on. They can buy individual games today primarily by downloading them rather than purchasing cartridges or discs. That's another thing. Like, I went all digital a long time ago. Thank you so much for subscribing, by the way, if you're subscribed. They can subscribe to services that offer the ability to play a variety of games for a monthly fee, and they can turn to free-to-play games, which may be funded by in-game advertising and in-game purchases, for example, of additional levels or additional characters. Yes, that's other ways you can monetize. A few companies, primarily abroad, exercise outsized influence in this industry. Xbox is not one of them. Xbox's console lags well behind Sony's and Nintendo's. That's very true. The PlayStation 5 and the Switch, big sellers in other countries. Xbox is doing better than they've ever done in, say, Japan for the Xbox consoles, but they're still behind Sony and Nintendo. That's especially Nintendo. They're both behind Nintendo. But yes, true. While Xbox publishes games for consoles and PCs, it has far fewer popular exclusive games than Sony and Nintendo. And Xbox has almost no presence. MKai, $50 for your son. Whoa, thank you. I do really appreciate that. And Daniel will also. I have to figure out what to do for Daniel, like financially. My wife and I have been talking about like setting something up with one of those compiling interest things. Yeah, I got a lot to figure out as a dad. But thank you, MK. A few companies primarily located abroad exercise outsized influence. Exercise outsized influence? I don't know what that is. Hogle will probably cover it when he makes this video. Xbox is not one of them. Xbox's console lags well behind Sony, Nintendo, and Xbox has almost no presence in mobile gaming. So they're trying to bring home the idea that, oh, look, we don't have a mobile gaming presence, right? Oh, this is interesting. Shares of Sony, Nintendo, and Xbox console. We have not known anything about console sales for the Xbox consoles. And because of this case, we're actually getting a little bit of juicy intel about how well Xbox is doing against the competition. So who in chat can Google this for me? And I'm going to write this down too, because this is really, really good stuff. How many consoles did the PlayStation 5 sell in 2021? Because now we can know exactly how many Xbox Series X and S consoles Xbox sold in 2021 by doing a percentage calculation. So I know was it 2022 they had sold 25 million PlayStation 5s? If somebody can Google that for me, let me know. Otherwise, I'll Google it myself later. Xbox sold. Oh, man. But it includes Nintendo sales, and I don't think Nintendo sales are public. I can calculate this, though, right? 16% versus 34%. Okay, Sony, Nintendo, and Xbox exclusive titles in 2021. 50% PlayStation, 40 and 10. That's interesting. 2021, they had kind of a good year, didn't they? Xbox share of global mobile gaming. Xbox 0.3. It's like nothing. Okay, like maybe there's actually something to that whole thing. 25 million PS5s have shipped, not sold. No, they mean, yeah. Was it 28 to 20? Anyway. Xbox and Activision shares of global 2021 mobile gaming revenues, 0.3 for Xbox. Activision is 4%. You know, I thought their whole mobile gaming thing was bullshit. Pardon my language. But when you look at it here, that's a big chunk of the pie. And if you think about how much money mobile gaming makes, that's a lot. 4%. That's a lot. That's kind of starting to believe him on the whole getting into the mobile gaming thing. Hey, Savage, good to see you. Microsoft is buying Activision to meet the billions of gamers who choose to play on a mobile device instead of on a console or a PC. I'm going to say, I didn't believe them until I saw their graph. And to learn how to make games that appeal to and engage them. Interesting. Xbox also wants to make Activision's non-mobile games more broadly available. One way is by continuing to distribute Activision games everywhere they currently exist. That's interesting. They don't say Call of Duty. They say games. They don't say all games. It's very purposely worded. They say they're going to distribute the games more places. I can't even see Hunter, so I don't know what everybody in chat's freaking out about. Oh, he's calling Xbox like a dead horse and stuff. Whatever, just ignore him. He just wants attention. Just ignore him. And if he's weird about it, I'll just mute him or whatever in the chat if he's being that annoying. Anyway, don't get too spicy, Hunter, okay? I don't mind you being in there, but don't be rude. Another is by adding new Activision console and PC games to Xbox's Game Pass subscription service on the day those new games are released. Yes, they made so Activision games will come to Game Pass. Creating new ways to access those games. I ship my cookies all across the US. I haven't figured out how to ship a food product to Canada or other countries. There are laws with shipping food. And yeah. Is this all your channel is now unsubbed? If you ever threaten to unsub, just leave. You don't need to announce. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Just go. I don't care, dude. I do this for the 20,000 people who watch the videos, the countless number of people spreading positivity. I think you're joking, for the record, but if you're leaving, don't let the door hit you on the way out. That's all I got to say. I don't particularly care. Bye. If I cared about every person who unsubbed, then I'd be constantly doubting myself and worrying about losing one subscriber. If everybody just left in mass, then whatever, just go, dude. That's it. Creating new ways to access games. Activision has never before put its new games immediately in subscription. Or, speaking about the unsubscription thing, you can actually just believe in me. Yes, I'm covering the Activision thing. You want to know why? Because it's the biggest thing happening right now. Major news outlets are covering this right now. Here's Jez Corden thought. If you missed it, here's Jez Corden talking about it, actually. He had some really compelling words, and I really think that, okay, the joke is that Jez Corden did a live interview and his mic was off for the whole thing, so I had to give him a little bit of crap. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah. I don't normally stream. This is very, very much not a normal thing, so going for it. Anyway. Maintaining broad availability of Activision games is both good business and good for gamers. A substantial portion of Activision's financial value to Xbox comes from business as usual, including the contained sale of Call of Duty, its most popular game on Sony PlayStation. Interesting. Paying $68.7 billion for Activision makes no financial sense if that revenue stream goes away. Here's the thing. Call of Duty remaining on PlayStation means Xbox gets $1 billion a year. So, of course, they're going to want it. Game says, no worries. Anyone showing fanboyism are just showing their insecurity in their own platform of choice. Otherwise, why say anything? Destin makes 400 videos a year. You're not going to like them all. Deal with it. The topic is big in gaming. Yeah, I'm actually reaching out to some editors on Fiverr. I want to figure out a way to do reviews. I don't want to edit reviews. So I'm going to see if I can pay somebody to just take all of my assets and just edit it for me, because I don't have a lot of time. I'm fine. When you get older, everybody, you're going to realize that when you have a wife and a son and, you know, it's Christmas time, you actually don't have that much time. The only reason I'm able to stream right now is because my son's asleep. And if I push it past midnight, I'm going to be crap tomorrow. So I know all of those things. But anyway, I'm trying to figure out some other content and think about other ways I can do it. Saul is saying Chad Destin, and I think that's an insult, but the joke's on him because I'm too old to be with the lingo, so I don't even know if he's insulting me. Anyway, continuing on. Nor would it make sense to degrade the game experience and alienate the millions of Call of Duty players who play together using different types of consoles. Is it bad that I keep jumping to chat and then reading a little bit more? If it is, I can just stick to it and read through it and do my highlighting and everything, and then we can talk. The reputational hit to Xbox would not be worth any theoretical economic benefit from taking Call of Duty away from competitors. So they're reiterating their point. Oh, chat is a good thing. Well, thank you. See, I don't know. That's how old I am, but thank you. Serpentian. Anyway, $5 tip. You are awesome. I love your content, brother. Factual, professional, and you have good takes. Don't listen to others. Thank you so much. Saul, thank you for the compliment. Maybe I am a little defensive. I don't know. I thought Chad was an insult, but thank you. Super Chad Destin, a compliment. It is therefore unsurprising that after nearly a full year of investigating this transaction, receiving millions of Microsoft and Activision documents, and speaking to a dozen witnesses, there is no evidence that Xbox intends to take Call of Duty away from PlayStation or any platform at all. Guys, it's getting juicy. No emails. No text messages. No testimony. No evidence. Nada. There's nothing. That is dead in the water. I'm turning 41 in 2023, Logan. There is one reason for that. Xbox does not intend to take that step. Do you see how bad they just roasted the FTC, everybody? It is therefore unsurprising that after nearly a full year investigating this transaction, receiving millions of Microsoft and Activision documents, and speaking to over a dozen witnesses, there is no evidence that Xbox intends to take Call of Duty away from PlayStation or any platform at all. No emails, no text messages, no testimony. There is one reason for that. Xbox does not intend to take that step. Ooh, boy. Xbox has some exclusive games, which are a necessary feature of any content business. But Xbox cannot afford to take Activision's games exclusive without undercutting the basic economics of the transaction. That's interesting. Maybe they'll explain it to me like I'm 5. Like, why would you not make it an exclusive? Yep, class of 2000, I was. That is why Microsoft has offered to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation from the moment the deal was announced. Xbox's proposal, again, something, and would extend for 10 years and unheard of length for contracts in the gaming industry. So I think what this says, can I not just correct my highlight? I just want to highlight this X there. Xbox's proposal is to allow day and date releases on PlayStation Plus is what I think it says. Allow releases of Call of Duty and extend that deal for 10 years, whatever. Or maybe it says something about the original deal for the 3 years. I'm not sure what this is about, but yeah. Xbox has made this same offer to other competitors, and at least one, Nintendo, has accepted to date. Sony refuses to deal. Exactly. Sony's the only one bringing up a fuss, right? And they refuse to deal because they want Xbox tied up in all this nonsense with the FTC. And it's working out perfectly. It's working out exactly how they planned it to be. Okay, I am going to put my Xbox is sitting in the factory box collecting dust. You should ask Phil to make better exclusives so it will give me a reason to play my poor Xbox. Okay, Hunter, go watch all the videos I've made about that. I just made one about their 2023. So yeah, go watch it. Go check it out, dude. I've made that video. Anyway. But a vertical merger causes anti-competitive harm only when the acquired input is essential. If Call of Duty were truly essential, Call of Duty should have no reason to refuse. That's a good point. Refuse the 10-year deal, I imagine. The complaints reference to Microsoft's recent acquisition of ZeniMax. Okay, here's their answer to ZeniMax. A set of gaming studios acquired in 2020 has no relevance to the current situation. Oh, this will be interesting. After that transaction closed, ZeniMax's first 2 new games were made exclusive to PlayStation. Yeah, for 1 year post-launch. Xbox anticipates that 3 future... Oh, hello. Xbox anticipates that 3 future titles. Okay, well, it's not Daniel. I keep thinking I hear the neighbors have kids and we have kids, so yeah. Xbox anticipates that 3 future titles, guys, this is big. Blank, all of which are designed to be played primarily alone or in small groups, will be exclusive to Xbox and PCs. Okay. So what are the 3 titles? What are the 3 titles? 3 future titles, alone or in small groups. Alone or in... So Redfall. Redfall's 1. Starfield. What's the 3rd one? Indiana Jones? Look at the part I have highlighted right now if you're just catching up. Xbox anticipates that 3 future titles, all of which are designed to be played primarily alone or in small groups, will be exclusive to Xbox and PCs. Redfall, Starfield, Indiana Jones? I think they're just talking about Bethesda, though. I don't think they're talking about id Software. Elder Scrolls. Yeah, it's probably Elder Scrolls then. We know Redfall and Starfield. Those are locked. Avowed's not part of the Bethesda deal. Thanks, Seth. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay, most people think it's Elder Scrolls. No, it's not quite. I think they're talking about core franchises developed by Bethesda. And this is the argument. This is the important part. Play primarily alone. I don't know how to double highlight. Or in small groups. Whatever. Will be exclusive to Xbox and PCs. But consistent with its historic approach, Xbox has continued to release new updates of existing ZeniMax games, such as Fallout 7. Oh, this is exactly what I said before we started the stream. On both Xbox and PlayStation, because these games are designed to be played together by broad communities of gamers on different platforms. Actually, Elder Scrolls Online doesn't allow you to play with PlayStation people. It doesn't have a cross-save functionality as far as I know. Otherwise, I would be playing more Elder Scrolls Online, or I would have. But the problem is, if I started on PC, I can't bring that character to Xbox and vice versa. I don't think. If I can do that, let me know. Because that's something they should have fixed years ago when Destiny did it. Anyway, the last set of games is one of the most analogous... Oh boy. It's a little late for me to say analogous easily. Ooh, Patrick, thank you so much. Great quality, both in terms of video and content. Morning coffee couldn't be better than that. Really appreciate your work. Well, thanks, Patrick. What we're going to do, what I plan on doing, and I'm on page 6, so we're going through it at an okay pace. I'm going to read through this whole document. I'm going to record my little video live for tomorrow, and then that'll be the video for tomorrow. I have videos stacked up, if this goes live tomorrow, through the 26th. Actually, will I have a significant amount of people watching? Do you like it when I break the videos in half? I always post the full things for members. No ads, by the way. I always post the video, no ads for members, because it's like a little thing I can do that's easy enough. And if the video goes like 30 minutes, I prefer to break it into 2 15-minute videos. If it goes somewhere in the 20s, sometimes I'll let it go. Like 22, I'll be like, all right, that's okay, I guess. But when it's like 30, I'll usually do it in half. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, It's year 2, technically year 2 since it like really blew up, but thank you. And I took all of May off. I like, there's a lot of stuff going on for the reason for cutting it in half. The first thing is I get a day off if I cut it in half, because then that counts as my video for the day, right? Second of all, YouTube has this thing where you can monetize more for videos that are over 8 minutes. That's why a lot of YouTube videos are 8 minutes or longer. And yes, obviously, like there's a profit aspect to me making this content. But for me, the most rewarding part is seeing positive comments. So that's why I'm sort of wondering what you think. It seems like, honestly, some people don't mind it. Some people get why I do it already. And splitting it often gives me that day to just collect my thoughts and take a little bit of a break. So that's kind of nice. And yeah, like I don't do it purposely. Like if it organically goes long, like when I read the 100-page Microsoft document, I think I got through 40 pages of that and then I had to stop, and it was like a 4-parter. But yeah, I like 12 to 15 minutes. And I do that because viewer retention is very important to YouTube. I don't want to release a 30-minute and then get a completion rate of like 20%. It's bad for the algo. Anyway, I'm kind of nerding out on behind the scenes YouTube stuff. By broad communities of gamers on different platforms. This last set of games is the one most analogous to Call of Duty. So the ZeniMax experience cuts against the idea that Xbox would make that game exclusive. And it is not just the ZeniMax games where Xbox has taken this approach. Xbox has also expanded, not contracted, access to Minecraft. Interesting. Yeah, they gave more people access to Minecraft. See, you guys are great. You're just kind of like, look, I like longer videos, but I support whatever you need to do. There's a touch of hissing in your microphone. That's just my teeth. I don't know. It might be my mic. I don't think there's hissing in my mic. Like I can see the audio levels. There's no ambient noise picking up as far as I can tell. Anyway, a similar multiplayer game with a large existing community of gamers who play together from different platforms since it was acquired. If there were any remaining doubt, Xbox's offer to put Call of Duty on other platforms on commercially favorable terms for those platforms should eliminate it. I mean, basically, yeah. Any suggestion that Microsoft statements to the European Commission, they're going to slam them. We're going to see another slam. Microsoft explicitly said it would honor Sony's existing exclusivity rights and approach exclusivity for future game titles on a case-by-case basis, which is exactly what it has done. The European Commission agrees it was not misled, stating publicly the day after the complaint that Microsoft did not make any commitments to the European Commission, nor did the European Commission rely on any statements made by Microsoft. See, like I'm highlighting so much. This is funny. Distribution strategy concerning ZeniMax's games. Instead, the European Commission cleared the transaction unconditionally as it concluded that the transaction would not raise competition concerns. And that is a roast on the FTC's part, because that is like the main thesis statement of the entire FTC's argument. And the same day that it was released, the European Union came out and they basically said what Microsoft is quoted here. Nope, that's not what happened. That's not what we said. That's not what happened. A few other people in the industry have said like Sony still has a case there because they said one thing and then another thing happened. But Microsoft is laying out the case here like, no, we kept all our contracts and games are still cross-platform. Starfield was never announced for anything. Merry Christmas, everybody. If you're hearing popping or whatever, I have no idea what that is, and I don't think that I can figure it out right now. So, yeah. Lastly, the gaming subscription service and cloud gaming service Xbox offers are not different products. The gaming subscription service The services allow consumers to access games in different ways, whether by paying a low monthly price for a broad catalog of games or playing a game. Yeah, they're just talking about Game Pass, or playing a game on a variety of devices without first downloading it. But the games themselves are identical. Okay, that's interesting. Xbox believes these alternative payment and distribution models may have promise in the future, but consumers will ultimately decide whether Xbox is correct. If they agree with Xbox's vision, that will simply prompt more competition, including from companies like Sony, which already has a successful subscription service without even including its most popular and exclusive games on the day they are released. Check this out. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have the stupid thing up the whole time. So they're talking about Sony. Sony's PlayStation Plus service is so successful that they lost something like a couple million subscribers to their service, but they gained 20% in revenue. I believe that was the quote, right? So the upselling of the extra and premium tier got them a whole bunch more money, even though they were down in overall subscribers. Sony may prefer to protect the revenues it gets from more expensive individual game sales. Not anymore, because you raise your prices, Microsoft. But the antitrust laws do not serve to insulate the dominant market player and its favored business model from competition. It's pretty cut and dry right there. It's not 3 a.m., it's 11:42 here. So yeah. Ultimately, the commission cannot meet its burden of here it is. Ultimately, the commission cannot meet its burden of showing that the transaction would leave consumers worse off. And it won't. It's true. Because the transaction will allow consumers to play Activision's games on new platforms and access them in new and more affordable ways. The relief sought in the complaint should be denied. They're going to bring this to the court. I think they're going to bring this to the court. You're in New York? Yeah, well, it's 3 a.m. there. I hope you had a good night if you're up that late watching me. Thanks for hanging out. So we were at 364 live viewers when I refreshed it last time. I can't actually have it live because it's acting weird. I bet we went down, right? Oh my God. Hi, 849 people hanging out. I thought for sure, like, okay, 349 is the peak, but thanks for hanging out, everybody. Are you going to leave the stream up? I just got here and wanted to watch the whole thing. Yeah. I mean, we're on page 7, so we're still going. I should probably get to it. I keep looking at chat. General responses to the commission's allegations. So now they're going to go through point by point, right? Say something funny, Destin, like bam. Bam. There you go. How can I order your cookies? I'm in NYC. Go to legarybakery.com and order them. We ship across the US, so yeah. We actually got to renew all our stuff for 2023. Shipping sucks. On the cookies, sorry, half of this is talking to you guys, half of this is reading the document. We're in a new section anyway, so thanks for watching, everyone. The cookies are annoying. I can't do much about the shipping. I think I've gotten the shipping as low as I possibly can do it. I even did a discount in November as like a promotional thing because, you know, Thanksgiving and whatever. And yeah, like I lost money on those sales, or like there was still a profit margin in there, but it was pretty razor thin at that point. So yeah, the shipping is what it is. I apologize if you're ordering to New York. If I can ever figure out something better, I'll do it. Yeah. Ralph. Hey, Ralph's a member actually. Good to see you, Ralph. Bam. Let's get into it. General responses to the commission's allegations. I'm being a little quieter than normal too, because my son's asleep. So yeah. Yeah, I sell cookies. legarybakery.com. General responses to the commission's allegations. Except to the extent specifically stated herein, Microsoft denies each and every allegation contained in the complaint. They're ready to go to bed. Alvin says, appreciate the late night content. Wait, you shipped to VA? Okay, now I'm interested. Anybody in the United States can order LegaryBakery.com. My wife will be very happy if we get a bunch of orders. And yeah, we would love to make some cookies for you. Yeah, I'm live right now. Game Labs. Use of headings and subheadings from the complaint is solely for the benefit of the reader. Microsoft does not interpret the headings and subheadings throughout the complaint as well. Man, this is so spicy. Spicy. As well pleaded allegations to which any response is required. Okay. Wait. Is that a slam? Microsoft does not interpret the headings and subheading throughout the complaint as well-pleaded allegations to which any response is required. So they're basically saying, we don't even think your headings and subheadings are worth responding to. So we're not even going to bother. I think that's spicy. It sounds spicy to me. To the extent such a response is required, Microsoft denies all allegations in the headings and subheadings of the complaint. Wow. $20 for Ralph. Ralph, thanks, man. Spicy. That's a little. My son has this book where there's peppers in there, and I always say spicy pepper, spicy, and he like gets a kick out of it. So that's where I got that from. The Commission's unnumbered introductory paragraph characterizes this action and asserts legal arguments and conclusions to which no response is required. Oh, wow. To the extent such a response is required, Microsoft denies the allegations in the Commission's unnumbered introductory. Didn't they just say that? That's like the third time they said it here. Yeah. All right. Use of certain terms or phrases defined in the complaint is not an acknowledgement or admission of any characterization the Commission may ascribe to the defined terms. Oh, Calfix, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Everybody likes my spicy peppers thing now. You can thank my son for that one. Unless otherwise defined, capitalized terms shall refer to the capitalized terms defined in the complaint, but any such use is not an acknowledgement or admission of any characterization the Commission may ascribe to the capitalized terms. Microsoft does not concede the truthfulness of third-party articles and news sources quoted or referenced in the complaint. To the extent a response is required, Microsoft denies all allegations. Okay, I think this is something they must have to say legally. The best cookies are the chocolate chip. Some people like chocolate chip walnut, and I thought those were the first, but the more I've had them, my favorite are chocolate chip and double chocolate. If you're ordering, you should order more, because an order of like 4 bags, you pay about the same shipping as you would for the same amount of bags. So you get a better deal if you order more. If you order like 1 bag, you're going to pay like the same amount you pay for the cookies and shipping. If you order 3, it's a little bit more, but yeah, anyway. To the extent a response is required, Microsoft denies all allegations of the third-party articles and news sources quoted in or referenced in the complaint. Okay, so they're basically saying anything quoted, we don't agree with. Yeah, that would be my recommendation. If you happen to live near Riverside, California, we're in stock at Gless Ranch and the Mr. U's over by Kohl's. So, yeah. I do not have chocolate chip oatmeal. Microsoft additionally denies that the Commission is entitled to any of the relief sought in the notice of contemplated relief on page 23 in the complaint. So they're basically saying no to everything. No, the cookies are separate. That's more of like a family business thing. That's not really YouTube related or anything like that. Microsoft reserves, like my wife handles most of the cookie stuff, not me. So don't mess with my wife. Microsoft reserves the right to amend or supplement this answer at a later stage, of the proceedings as permitted by the rules. All right. Each paragraph below responds to the same number paragraph in the complaint. Okay. So thankfully, reading through this, it looks like they paraphrase the question and then refute the question. I have a feeling a lot of this is going to be like, we don't agree with you. Paragraph 1 purports to state conclusions of law which no response is required. To the extent a response is required to these conclusions, Microsoft denies those allegations. Okay. I have a feeling we're going to be reading that statement a lot. Microsoft admits that it seeks to acquire Activision for $68.7 billion and that the acquisition would be the highest numerical dollar amount that Microsoft will have paid for an acquisition in its history. Microsoft avers, what does avers mean? That it lacks knowledge or information. Microsoft admits that it lacks knowledge or information sufficient to form a belief as to the truth of the allegations concerning the relative size of this acquisition within the gaming industry. Microsoft denies the remaining allegations contained in paragraph 1. Ah, shit. Guys, I'm going to have to go get the FTC claim. Ooh, Darian, thank you. Since everyone keeps bringing up growing organically, could you let people know they bought 13 of their studios? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did. I'm going to see if I still have the FTC complaint handy. That was a while back. Because they're responding to the FTC suit. So I know I have that tab open on one of my many browsers. So they're responding to claims that the FTC made. News. FTC seeks to block, and then we can download it over here, or we can probably just open it here. Okay, here we go. So here's the original FTC thing. I'm just going to do it in the browser. And they're going through the name of the case, nature of the case. They denied all this, jurisdiction, respondents, background. We just want to know what they're suing for. Relevant markets. Did I skip it already? Cloud gaming. Anti-competitive effects. As the owner of Activision gaming content, Microsoft would have the ability to disadvantage rivals by withholding or degrading content. So I believe that's part 1. And Microsoft denies the remaining allegations contained in paragraph 1. Anyway, we're in for a ride, everybody. Oh, did I miss super chat? No, I don't think so. Microsoft admits that its gaming division, Xbox, develops and sells video game consoles and video games, including the video game Halo, that games created in-house are sometimes referred to as first-party titles, that Xbox offers multi-game subscription service, Xbox Game Pass, which provides subscribers with access to a catalog of hundreds of video games to play on console or PC, and that Xbox Game Pass Ultimate tiers offers cloud gaming functionality, allowing subscribers to stream certain games for play across a variety of devices, including consoles, PCs, tablets, and mobile phones. Microsoft denies the remaining allegations contained in paragraph 2. So, like, what's paragraph 2? Oh, man. This is where I need Hogue. I don't know how to read this. Nice jacket, Destin. Thanks. Microsoft, one of only 2. Okay. So, if I'm correct, the next reply will be about that paragraph 3 about Activision. Yeah, okay, we're on the same page. Microsoft admits that Activision develops and publishes video games for multiple devices, including video game consoles and PC. There's nothing interesting here. They're just admitting, like, yes, Activision is a company that makes games for. Microsoft admits that Activision makes Diablo, Overwatch, and Call of Duty. There were other allegations in paragraph 4. That one seems spicy. There's nothing else there. What are they denying? So paragraph 4 just says exactly what Microsoft just said in their statement. That's kind of funny. Okay. Microsoft admits that Overwatch 2 is released. It doesn't have knowledge as to the truth of the allegations concerning the lifetime revenues of Diablo and Overwatch game titles, or as to the truth of the allegations concerning when Diablo was first introduced and whether its upcoming release is highly anticipated. Okay, come on. Diablo 4 is highly anticipated. And they know it. Microsoft denies the remaining allegations contained in paragraph 5. What was in paragraph 5? There's no allegations. It just said they earned a lot of money. This is going to be a lot of legalese for all of these statements, I think. Well, thank you, Jose. I appreciate it. To the extent the complaint is quoting from documents, Microsoft respectfully refers the court to the documents for an accurate and complete statement of their contents. Microsoft avers that it lacks knowledge or information sufficient to form a belief as to, forgot to turn on the thing again, as to the truth of the allegations concerning industry perceptions of Call of Duty and Call of Duty's original release date, or as to the truth of the allegations concerning Call of Duty's launch, typical release. See, do you guys mind if I skip this a little bit? Because a lot of this is just them saying, yes, this stuff is true. We don't agree to anything else. That's all they're going to say to all these opening paragraphs. They have no reason to agree to anything. So it's going to be like 5 pages of them just saying, paragraph 1, we agree. Paragraph 2, the spicy stuff is probably going to be after the intro stuff. Microsoft denies all remaining allegations. Microsoft avers that it lacks knowledge or information sufficient to form a belief as to the truth of the allegations concerning Call of Duty's revenue, sales, and monthly active users. To the extent the complaint is referencing documents, Microsoft avers, denies accusation, denies the allegation. Okay, so they just said we deny paragraph 8. Activision's content is extremely... This is the FTC's document. I'll make it a little larger, sorry. Whoa, a little bit too large. So paragraph 8, Activision's content is extremely important for and drives adoption of video game consoles. Given their immense popularity, Activision's titles are of particular importance to console makers, including Microsoft's competition. They just said we deny it. Microsoft admits it produces its own first-party video game titles and that since 2018 it has acquired 8 companies, one of which operates multiple studios. Paragraph 10 purports to state conclusions of law to which no response is required. Okay, so something spicy happened in paragraph 10. The proposed acquisition is reasonably likely to substantially lessen competition. Okay, right there. They're just saying, we don't agree to that. I'm going to have to download this. Okay, 1 second. We're just going to open this. Oh, shit. Did I close something I wasn't supposed to? If everything breaks. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and open that. Oh, I already had it open. So there's that one. And there's this one. Okay, so now we can easily just jump between the two. So they're talking about paragraph. Wait, did I just close it? I want to close it. No, why is it? What is happening? Sorry, everybody. Oh, okay. This is weird. It opened up a whole separate instance. Thank you, Kyle. MS will win. I think MS will win against the FTC. That's for sure. Boom. There, I fixed it. Okay. Here is the thing that I was trying to figure out. The proposed acquisition is reasonably likely to substantially lessen competition or tend to create a monopoly in multiple markets. because it will create a combined firm with the ability and increased incentive to use its control of Activision titles to disadvantage Microsoft's competitors. Microsoft's response to this, paragraph 10 purports to state conclusions of law to which no response is required. To the extent a response is required to these conclusions, Microsoft denies the allegations contained in paragraph 10. The proposed acquisition may also accelerate the ongoing trend towards vertical integration and consolidation and raise barriers, et cetera, et cetera. So they just said no. That's nonsense. They just said they deny paragraph 11. Microsoft's owner, this is what the FTC said. So we're on the FTC document and we're bouncing back and forth to Microsoft's reply today, right? Microsoft's ownership of Activision would provide Microsoft with the ability to withhold or degrade Activision content. This is what the FTC said, through various means, including manipulating pricing, et cetera, et cetera. They just said, nope. Microsoft, and then the next one is Microsoft admits that it acquired ZeniMax, the parent company of a game developer, in 2021. This is actually the statement that most people said the FTC actually had a little bit of something with. I swear I keep hearing my son, so I'm turning on the baby monitor. Stay asleep, buddy. Microsoft's past conduct. Oh, okay. Microsoft admits that it acquired ZeniMax, the parent company of a game developer, in 2021. That following its acquisition of ZeniMax, all ZeniMax titles have been released on PlayStation, including 2 ZeniMax titles that were exclusive to PlayStation. Elder Scrolls Online. Oh, I lost my spot. Including 2 ZeniMax titles that were exclusive to PlayStation upon release, as well as new updates of Elder Scrolls Online, and some future ZeniMax games may be exclusive to Xbox and PC, some when they are initially released. Did they just confirm? Did they just confirm that the games are going to be timed exclusives? Some future ZeniMax games may be exclusive to Xbox and PC when they are initially released. Interesting. Microsoft further avers that the approach is consistent with its representation to the European Commission, as the EC publicly stated. That point's dead in the water. Microsoft denies the remaining allegations. Paragraph 13 purports to state conclusions of law. I need a drink of water. Well, I mean, if my son's crying, I gotta go take care of him. Paragraph 13 purports to state conclusions of law to which no response is required. To the extent a response is required to these conclusions, okay, they deny. My voice is starting to go. There's nothing there. Paragraph 14, they just said no. So 13, 14, they just said no. Yeah. They just basically denied everything. So jurisdiction, this is all like legal terminology. Paragraph 15. Where's paragraph 15? Oh, jurisdiction. This is about the Clayton Act. I'm a little confused. Oh. Okay. So what they're saying is, sorry, I'm new to this. Basically what they're saying is, this is a conclusion of law. We don't have to respond to that. It's the FTC's job to prove that those laws have been violated. There's no reason for Microsoft to respond to their accusations. Paragraph 17 purports to state conclusions of law with no response. To the extent a response is required, Microsoft denies things in 17. Yeah, they're just saying da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So it's just a lot of this. I'm not going to read a lot of this out loud because they're just saying this. If I see anything spicy, I'm going to read it out loud. So I might be a little bit quiet right now. I apologize. But basically all they're saying is we agree to what the FTC said. In these respects, we deny everything else. We deny everything else. We deny everything else. And what that says to me is they're ready to go to court and fight any of this because they know the FTC's case is tremendously weak. They like don't have a good case. So, yeah. Microsoft admits that Activision is a publicly traded company. They sell stuff. Microsoft says they don't have enough knowledge about what's going on there. I don't believe that, but whatever. Microsoft admits the allegations contain... Okay. What did they say in paragraph 20? Microsoft entered into an agreement and planned a merger with Activision on January 18, 2022 for an all-cash purchase. Oh, there's like, yeah, we agree. We agree that we wanted to buy them. I read the gamer complaint. That was my video a few days ago. Paragraph 21 purports to state conclusions of the law. Da, 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 da. See, they're just saying the same thing. So if you're getting kind of bored with it, I am too, because they're just saying we don't have to respond to it. So we're not going to, or we don't agree with it. Microsoft denies. Microsoft admits that gaming is a huge industry. It makes a lot of money. Microsoft doesn't have the knowledge to assert the claims that they're trying to make, and they deny. They admit the stuff in paragraph 23 that people will keep playing games into the future. Microsoft admits that video game content can be played on consoles, PC, and mobile devices. This is such a for the most part, you guys, this is such a boring legal document. Like, let's look at this. Microsoft admits that video game content can be played on consoles, PC, and mobile devices. We deny everything else. What else did they say? They didn't say anything. Anyway, that's just funny. Microsoft admits that consumers purchase consoles for a variety of reasons. Okay. Microsoft admits that the most popular gaming consoles include Sony's PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and Microsoft's Xbox. What's the part that they're denying? Sorry, I kind of got to go back and forth through this, and it's kind of hilarious. Hopefully I caught you, but see you later, Voidrat. Microsoft admits that there has been vigorous competition in gaming for decades. It doesn't have knowledge about their claims. Ooh, to the extent the complaint is quoting from documents, Microsoft respectfully refers the court to the documents for an accurate and complete statement of their contents. What paragraph is that? Paragraph 27? What are they referencing there? Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. Microsoft admits and they all have competing things. There's nothing in here. They're just saying, like, this is what you said. We agree to this. Did Activision respond to the FTC claim? I think I read that one. Yeah, they were pissed. They're like, hey, we want our billions of dollars. Did you know that if you bought the stock today, one of the videos I'm making is about how, like, people are betting big on the deal going through because it's trading at like 72 right now, and it will close at $95 a share. You're talking about like a 21% increase in revenue. If you knew in a year you could have a 21% increase on like 50 grand. Let me just... So people are betting big on the Activision stuff. So let's say you put 50 grand and you bought Activision. How do you multiply times a percent? Times 0.21. You would just make $10,500. 20% of 50 grand. Now, Berkshire Hathaway has $4.5 billion. So that's 4 billion, 5 million, 4, 1. 500,000, 45 million, 450 million, $4.5 billion in it. Okay, yeah. So they have 4.5 times a 21% increase if the deal wins. You're talking about $945 million. $945 million if the deal goes through for Berkshire Hathaway. That's nuts. Anyway, Microsoft admits that they sell consoles is the next part. Microsoft admits that it tracks performance of its Xbox consoles relative to other gaming consoles in the market. Who doesn't? To the extent the complaint is quoting from or characterizing statements made during an earnings call, Microsoft respectfully refers to the court to a transcript recording of the call for an accurate and complete statement of its contents. Paragraph 31. Okay. So they're just saying, go listen to the earnings call about how well we did. Microsoft admits that the Xbox Series S console is less expensive than the Xbox Series X console and the PlayStation 5 console. Okay, now we're losing viewers, right? There's no way people are listening to Microsoft say the same thing 40 times. Nope, we are. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm glad I'm creating something you would like. WAR 50 QAR. I don't know what QAR is, but thank you. I appreciate you watching, and thank you for the super chat. Microsoft admits that the Xbox Series S console is less expensive than the Xbox Series X console and the PlayStation 5 console. To the extent the complaint is quoting from documents, Microsoft respectfully refers the court to ... Microsoft admits different consoles have different tech specs. Nintendo Switch has portable use. Yes, they're less expensive. We deny everything else. They just deny everything else. Can I borrow $1 million so I can buy Activision stock and we'll split it 50-50? Microsoft admits that gamers have purchased and continue to purchase games through a buy-to-play model. This is really boring. The rest of this is so boring. You're close to 1,000 viewers. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. Microsoft admits that multi-game subscription services generally allow gamers. If you're just joining, basically what I'm doing is Microsoft is going through every paragraph in the FTC's claim, and they're saying Microsoft denies everything else that they said here, except for these things which are true. So, yeah. Microsoft admits that multi-game subscription services generally allow gamers to access catalog of games for a recurring fee. Microsoft also admits that it launched its own multi-game subscription service in 2017. It's just facts. Like, they're just confirming facts, and they're just denying everything else or saying they don't know. Microsoft admits that Game Pass is a subscription service with a lot of subscriptions. We admit that there are 3 Game Pass offerings: a console that allows subscribers to download and play, a PC, and Ultimate, which includes more features. Yeah, okay. Microsoft denies the remaining allegations in the paragraph. Microsoft admits Sony offers PlayStation Plus. Okay. I thought maybe there would be something spicy there, but there is nothing. Do you understand now why I read through these first, though, and then record the video? Because there'll be like a whole lot of juiciness up front, and then it's boring legal junk. And then I get to present the video in like a more succinct form, and I think people appreciate that a lot. But we can also do it live. I mean, if you guys are hanging out, that's fine with me. Microsoft denies the remaining allegations in paragraph 37. They admit EA Play and Ubisoft Plus are other subscription services. They don't have enough information about those subscription services. They deny all other allegations. Microsoft admits that video games are typically downloaded to a device and played locally. Microsoft doesn't have sufficient knowledge. Are they going to say anything else? We're on page 16. We're flying through it now because they're not really saying anything. So what happened in paragraph 40? Something interesting happened in paragraph 40. They're saying we don't know who you're quoting, but it's not us. To the extent the complaint is quoting or characterizing from one or more unidentified sources, Microsoft respectfully refers the court to any such source for an accurate and complete statement of its contents. So they didn't even tell us who they're quoting. Microsoft touts numerous benefits of cloud gaming to customers. They're like, you're not quoting anything. You're just saying we do something. So what's your source? Microsoft admits that cloud gaming is great. We don't know what you're talking about, though, otherwise. Microsoft admits it launched cloud gaming and its ultimate tier of its Game Pass subscription service in 2020, and that more than 20 million gamers have used the service to stream games. Okay, there's another one for chat. Let's have a little bit of interactivity here. I know I'm supposed to do that when I do these live stream things. How many of you have, the first question is, how many of you have played cloud streaming of any kind? I'm one of those people, and I'm curious, how many in chat have played a cloud gaming thing where like you're playing it on your TV or you're playing it on your mobile device on the go and you're like streaming of some sort? Even the older technology where like the PlayStation would allow you to stream to your phone so you could play on your phone in like the other room or whatever. Very curious to know how many people have actually used a service like that. Good night, Saul. Thank you so much for letting me know what chat means. I didn't know it was a good thing, but I'm glad it is. Lots of people. Never. So there's, okay, so that one's a little more people that have tried it. Yeah, see? So what's really interesting, though, is to see people comment. And a lot of people have at least tried it, didn't like it, wasn't for you. But that's what Microsoft's saying. Microsoft's saying this is a big growth market. This is a place that we can grow into. So people who didn't like it, those are chances to convert that person into a customer. Now, did you like it? Yes or no is the next question. And if you say no, I'm going to assume you kind of stop playing it. Like, yeah. Anyway, continuing on. Lots of people play Game Pass. We refer to the court documents. Microsoft admits that Amazon Luna and there are other services that try it. Wow, a lot of people like it. Interesting. Shaw says the internet in my country is not on that level. Most people did not like it. I'd say it's about 60% negative, maybe 50%, 40 positive, 60 negative. Depends on internet. All right. Nothing here to extend. I'm going to just skim through these really quick while you guys answer my fun questions. Ralph, yes, lag does suck. Absolutely. They're just saying they deny everything. They deny. I don't think they're really going to get into any spicy stuff. Oh, there's something redacted. That was interesting. You can do polls on chat. Oh yeah, I can. Good point. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a poll. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Poll. Do you like cloud streaming? Do you cloud streaming? Yes or no? Ask your community. My first ever chat. And it covered up like half the comments. Start a pool. You know I'm getting tired when I start calling stuff a pool and not a poll. Anyway, continuing on. We don't agree. Just ask the whatever. Okay. Xbox admits that Xbox produces franchises like Elder Scrolls, Halo, and Forza, and that Sony produces franchises. God of War. Yeah. Paragraph 49. That sounds spicy. Yeah. we make those games and Sony makes those games. That's funny. Yeah. Okay. I was a little off. 67% like it. And that leaves 33% do not like it. Okay. Microsoft admits, okay, this is redacted. So Microsoft admits that Halo Infinite was in production for blank years and cost approximately blank million to provide. What did they say in paragraph 50? They just agree that they worked on Halo for a while. Oh, this part's so boring. Sorry, guys. Well, we're almost on page 20, and then we're in the home stretch. Microsoft admits it wants a variety of content available on Xbox. Yeah, of course. To the extent of the complaint is quoting from the documents, Microsoft respectfully refers to court. Yeah, okay. Microsoft admits that it is valuable to have a variety of content on Xbox Game Pass. They're just saying the same stuff. Microsoft admits that gaming companies make titles exclusive to some platforms. Uh-oh. My son woke up. That's not good. Is my door shut? Okay, I gotta be quiet for a second. Okay, went back to sleep. Ooh. Yeah, I usually go to bed at midnight, but yeah. Okay. Microsoft admits that it is valuable to have a variety of content on Xbox. The extent of the complaint is quoting from documents. Oh, that freaked me out. Anyway. Microsoft refers to the court. Microsoft denies remaining allegations. Complaint is quoting from documents. Microsoft refers the court to documents. Microsoft admits that it anticipates that blank. What? What was in paragraph 56? Blank. That's interesting. Hey, Dakota, good to see you. Hode's doing his own in about 8 hours. All right, so we got 64. Yeah, my son woke up, so I was like, hey, I gotta shut up. I want to finish this document, then I'm gonna crash. I want to finish this document. I want to do the live read of the story, but now I'm a little nervous about talking because my son woke up. So I was like, oh, they're talking too loud. Oh, this is the FTC document. Okay. To the extent the complaint is quoting or characterizing testimony from an investigational hearing of an Activision witness. Okay. So, Oh, they interviewed him and they're like, okay, well, just go listen to your interview. They're like, we don't have any comment. Like, that's your evidence. I've never heard this word averse before. Do I really look that tired? I'm just being quiet because my son woke up and I'm freaked out. I don't want him to wake up. My wife will be so mad at me if she wakes up. Microsoft denies remaining allegation. Microsoft admits that Call of Duty came out in 2003. This is so boring. Wait, what? Microsoft avers that it lacks knowledge or information sufficient to form a belief as to the truth of the allegations concerning the sales of different iterations of Call of Duty and sales of Top Gun Maverick. What? What did the FTC say in paragraph 59? They made a correlation to Top Gun Maverick, and they made a correlation to Call of Duty, and Xbox is just like, you don't know what you're talking about. That's funny. Microsoft admits that Call of Duty was, that's funny to me. Okay. Relevant markets are oh my God. All right, so let's just, it's the same stuff. 61. Oh wow. This is all that whole page was just them denying everything. Aver, to assert or claim is the case. Okay. Oh, this is like a longer one. The Switch is a portable device. The Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 consoles are both prior than the Series S and Switch. At console competitors compete. Microsoft refers the court to the documents. Microsoft denies everything. 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 Microsoft denies everything for paragraph 71. For paragraph 72, say it with me. Microsoft denies everything. Paragraph 73, Microsoft denies everything. 74, denies. 75, Microsoft said something. Microsoft admits that it has a multi-game subscription service known as Xbox Game Pass, which for $1 you can subscribe right now, which has 3 offerings. Microsoft denies everything. Microsoft admits that gaming companies compete to improve their platforms by offering multi-game subscription services like Xbox Game Pass that you can subscribe to for $1 right now and get access to over 400 games. They should have just trolled the FTC and turned it into a big Game Pass ad at the end. I think that would have been pretty funny. Microsoft admits that there's multi-game subscription services. They admit the customer thinks about a variety of factors. I wonder if by them admitting to like banal statements, it sort of sets them up for a counter argument. See, when they say stuff like paragraph 79 purports to state conclusions of law, which no response is required. There's like, we're not going to reply to that. We don't have to. See you in court. All right, well, we just went through like 10 pages because it's just them denying everything. Oh, hold on. Something here in paragraph 80. To the extent a response is required, they deny. Microsoft admits that Xbox Live Gold and PlayStation Plus Essential offer fewer game choices to subscribers than some other subscription offerings. They deny everything else. I mean, yeah, it's a lower tier, right? Microsoft versus FTC versus Microsoft, sponsored by Game Pass. I would love it if I can't do it because I work at IGN, but if Microsoft was like, hey, Destin, we want Game Pass to sponsor you reading the FTC court documents, I would plug it in a humorous manner, like every 3 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think I can accept sponsorships from Microsoft. It's like a conflict of interest with my full-time job. Anyway. Microsoft denies everything. Microsoft admits mobile games can have different levels of complexity. Oh my God. Microsoft denies everything. 83, 84, 85. Ooh. Microsoft admits that cloud gaming may, provided certain conditions, allow consumers to stream games from the cloud. Oh my God. Microsoft admits, like they just admit the most banal stuff. We admit that cloud gaming is a thing. Go read your own documents for paragraph 89. Microsoft admits that Xbox made 91. They don't have to respond. 92. They don't have to respond. All right, 10 more pages, y'all. We don't know what you're talking about for that paragraph. Ooh, okay. Well, we already knew that. We already knew Game Pass. Francisco Gil Destin admits he's a Microsoft shill. I literally can't take money from Microsoft. I don't know how that would I? If no, I can't. Even the ads that I do on this channel. Oh, I made pizza tonight, so I might have some flour on my shirt. Even if I do an ad on this channel, I label it #ad. Like that's one promise. That's one thing I want to consistently do anytime there's an ad on this channel. There will be a big old #ad. It's like right here in every video. And I put that on in the overlay and I send it for approval every time. So that you're never going to be confused whether something's an ad or not. I don't want anybody ever to say like y'all think I should get that bag when I can get that bag, right? That's what they say. Like get paid, right? But I'm going to make damn sure that y'all know it's an ad. Because if I do that, I feel like you and I are on the same page. The viewer's on the same page as me. You're like, oh, he's doing it for the money. And then we can just have fun with it. Like I can just play the game or talk about the game or whatever. Hunter says, I'm the biggest Xbox hypocrite. Okay, dude. You've been poo-pooing on the stream the whole time. I guess that's what you want to do with your evening, huh? Show me the yeast. I did no rise crust because I just was starving. Anyway. Microsoft denies everything. They don't know what they're talking about for paragraph 95. Okay. We're on paragraph. Yeah, we just went through all this. So I don't think they're going to say much about these, and they shouldn't. Because it's all theory. Microsoft admits that Game Pass is value. Uh, 102. What did they say? There's some sort of revenue sharing agreement with Activision. I like a works pizza, like everything. Microsoft admit it seeks to acquire Activision and its content. Denies. Like, look at the stuff they're admitting to. Microsoft, this is just funny to me. Microsoft admits that a GPU, or graphics processing unit, is a hardware component that renders graphics for video games. Oh, you got him, FTC. You got him. You got him to admit it, what a GPU is. Microsoft admits that gaming is a growing market with significant revenues. Yeah. They're not going to respond to that. They're not going to respond to any sort of accusation. So, yeah. All right. Now we dip live viewers, right? I can't believe how many likes there are on this video. That's crazy. So they're denying on paragraph 110, 111. They're saying, we don't know. Yeah, it's getting about that time to shut her down. So I'm going to try and speed run through this. We only have 6 or 7 pages left. Microsoft denies everything or says, go read it. Go read the statements. They're reiterating that the content release, Microsoft denies. Go read it for yourself, they say. Microsoft tells the court to go read it for yourself. 118 says a law was broken, but yeah. Oh, I don't know what I did with that. Oh, you know why I took down the fill thing? Because people started to Photoshop my family. And I was like, nope, no more family photos online. Or very rarely. Because people are gross. Paragraph 118, Microsoft denies. Paragraph 119. You admit I like reading. Paragraph 119 purports to state conclusions of law. Absence of countervailing factors. They're still denying. Oh. Daniel. I'm not being that loud, am I? I'm terrified of being loud and waking my son up. Okay. Microsoft, what? Violation 122. Okay. Oh, Microsoft. So what they said in paragraph 1, that's their reply for 122. Nothing there. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. So we got to their defense. I can hear you from here. And then they give notice. So that's the end of the FTC document. So here is the reply. We got through all the nonsense. We've gotten through all the nonsense. And now we're going to actually get into the reply. Microsoft asserts the following defenses with respect to the causes of action alleged in the complaint without assuming the burden of proof or persuasion where such burden rests on commission. Microsoft has not knowingly or intentionally waived any applicable defenses and reserves its right to assert and reply upon any other applicable defenses that may become available or apparent throughout the course of action. They're going to court. Microsoft reserves the right to supplement its defenses as discovery progresses. Check this out. The complaint fails to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. The complaint fails to allege a plausible, relevant product market or markets. The complaint fails to allege a plausible, relevant geographic market. The complaint fails to allege undue share. The complaint fails to allege any harm to competition. This is a big one. The complaint fails to allege any harm to consumers' welfare. They're basically saying you're the whole thing's a joke. Like, it doesn't work. Anyway. The combination of Microsoft's gaming business with Activision business will be pro-competitive. Oh, their counter is just basically like, no. Nah, bro. That's their counter argument. The benefits will greatly outweigh any and all proffered anti-competitive effects. There will be no harm to competition, consumers, or consumer welfare because if there is and will continue to be entry and expansion by competitors. The alleged harm to potential competition is not actionable. The commission cannot provide clear proof that the combination of Microsoft's gaming business and Activision's business would restrain trade in the alleged markets for anything. Nothing was proven in their statement. Wow. So basically all this says is like, the commission fails to allege time frame for the alleged anti-competitive effects. The commission is not entitled to relief because none of Microsoft's conduct identified in the complaint is actionable, independently or in the aggregate. Microsoft offers of binding contractual commitments to continue to offer certain titles like Call of Duty to other gaming companies, including Nintendo and Sony, for at least 10 years, addresses all the alleged anti-competitive effects in the alleged markets. The commission's claims are too speculative to support any claim on which relief can be granted. Neither the filing of this administrative action nor the contemplated relief is in the public interest. Oh, that one's spicy. Yeah. They're just saying your filing is not in the public's best interest. These proceedings are invalid. Wow. Because the structure of the commission as an independent agency that wields significant executive power and the associated constraints on the removal of the commissioners and other commission officials violate Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution. Whoa. And the separation of powers. Wow. Okay. They're basically saying, nah. These proceedings are invalid because adjudication of the commission complaint violates Article 3 of the U.S. Constitution. Oh my God. The commission's procedures arbitrarily subject Microsoft to administrative proceedings rather than to proceedings before an Article 3 judge in violation of Microsoft's right to equal protection under the Fifth Amendment. Oh, if you're reading between the lines right now, everybody, Microsoft's saying, we're going to court. We're ready, FTC. Yeah, you got nothing. We know you have nothing, and we're ready to take you to court. Here's all the stuff that you were violating with your lawsuit. We are more than happy. I'm going to talk quiet again. These administrative proceedings violate Microsoft's Fifth Amendment due to process right to adjudication before. Wow. The commission's charges under Section 5 of the FTC are unlawful to the extent the commission purports to apply Section 5. Wow. Okay. So I believe that's the end of it. Microsoft respectfully requests that the administrative law judge enter an order, deny the commission's contemplated relief, dismissing the complaint in its entirety with prejudice, awarding Microsoft its cost of suit, and awarding such other and further relief as administrative law judge may deem proper. And that's it. Yeah, Daniel's waking up a bit tonight. Wow. So that was the whole FTC document. We've read the whole thing. Thank you for sticking with it. And I'm probably going to record. I'm going to bump tomorrow's video is going to publish a little later. I'm going to give my voice time to recover. And I want to be quiet now because Daniel keeps waking up. But I never expected this many people to be watching. So just thank you for hanging out. I'm terrified I'm going to wake up my son. But if you are watching and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed watching the channel. And if you liked it, I'm going to be covering this topic for a long time. Thank you so much to the members. We actually got a new member today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everybody who watched. If you want to become a member, you can do so. I'm going to get out of here and we'll see you for the next one. Thank you so much. You've all been great. I'll give chat just a second to catch up. Daniel's going to wake up. I got to go, y'all. But thank you so much. That was the whole document. We got through the whole thing. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.